Ladies and gentlemen, Marin Beast folk. Welcome to the arena of Elder Scrolls Online dueling, where friendships go to die, tempers go to explode, and where one dude with a night blade build will ruin your self-esteem faster than Molag Ball ruins economies. Let me paint the picture. You're walking through Stormhaven, Wayrest, minding your own business, maybe buying some bugloss from a sketchy Argonian merchant, when suddenly, bam, I catch it. With a name like X with 20, like 20, like Sakla challenges you to a duel. You think, oh how nice, friendly sparring, no wrong and correct. This is not sparring, this is not practice, this is his entire personality. He lives for duels, he eats duels for breakfast, he wakes up every morning, looks in the mirror and whispers, today I'm gonna ruin somebody's night. And guess what? You're the night the duel hasn't even started yet, and he's already whispered you something like, hope you're ready to uninstall. This man is like a toxic bard, but instead of singing songs, he just spams you with passive-aggressive haikus about your skill level. You only want to be a lag, your build is trash, lol. My grandma could beat you and she's CPO low. Sometimes, if they're really dedicated, they'll insult your race choice. Imagine logging in as a dumber and immediately getting told, typical fire resist crutch, bet your mom's a guard. Like what? You step into the duel, countdown hits 0, you're ready to fight, and then it happens. He turns into a sugar-crazed gar on a trampoline. Roll, dodge, bunny hop, sprint, cloak, dodge again. This isn't Elder Scrolls anymore. This is a gymnastics competition. You feel like you accidentally queued into the Olympics, and the best part, after all that cardio, after all those flips and rolls, he hits you once with a 25k bow broken, whispers you ease. Here's the thing, toxic duelers never lose. They can get killed 17 times in a row, but they'll never admit it, because in their world, every single loss has a reason. Log, desync. Bro, my cat walked across my keyboard. I wasn't trying. The sun was in my eyes. You only won because you exist. One time I killed a dueler and he messaged me, would've beat you if I had eaten lunch, like sir, go grab a sandwich. I didn't duel your blood sugar. Now if they win, oh gods help you, they don't just teabag you, no, they teabag like they're trying to mine ebony ore with their pelvis. They squat so fast Vivek himself starts taking notes, but it doesn't end there. Dance on your corpse, flute over your body, laughing zone chatting, then they'll take a screenshot, post it on Discord, and right, clapped another trash can like they're a professional athlete. Dude, you beat me behind a stable in Raw Cat. ESPN is not calling, and if you beat them, congratulations, you've unlocked the scroll of rage. They'll write you an essay in whispers. I'm talking full on Tamrielic, like novels, chapters, footnotes, bibliographies. Listen kid, the only reason you won is because your class is brain dead. ZeniMax needs to nerf it. I've been playing since beta, you probably bought your account off eBay. And by the way, your rotation sucks, your gear sucks, your guild sucks, your existence sucks. And I'm reporting you for cheating, because nobody beats me unless they cheat. Like bro, I just press W and light attack, chill, but it doesn't end there. Oh no, if you decline a rematch, they'll log on to another character. Now they're on a Necro or a Stamden or some sweaty Sork with a name like Shock Daddy 69, and they'll whisper you, fight me again, that last one didn't count. You decline again, suddenly they're dueling your banker assistant like poor Tithus Andromo is just trying to count my gold, and this guy is out here casting Dawnbreaker on him. And if you really want the full show, just check zone chat after a duel. Toxic duelers don't just fight you in the game, they fight you in text. LOL, imagine thinking you're good when you're actually trash. Dude only wins BSC cheese build. Fake dueler can't even 1vx guards in Cyrodiil. Zone chat becomes their personal stage, and everyone else is the unwilling audience. Here's the truth. Toxic duelers are like Daedric princes, they don't die, they respawn. You'll see the same guy dueling in Stormhaven, Wayrest for 8 years straight. Same armor, same mental, same bunny hops, he's like a museum exhibit. Here we see the rare ESO dueler in his natural habitat, screaming at people through whispers and squatting on freshly killed bodies. And here's the kicker, deep down we love them, cause without them PvP would just be fights with them. It's comedy, it's drama amidst the longest running soap opera in Tamriel, and honestly I wouldn't have it any other way. Toxic dwellers aren't here to fight for honor, friends. They're here to fight for screenshots, solving the eternal right to say, bro, you're trash.
Classes strut across the battlefield like runway models at the fashion week of absolutely unnecessary particle effects. Sorcerers teleport with streaks so fast, the server petitions I could charge for overtime pay. Each time they blink you hear the faint laughter of a function called cooldown, but make it ironic. Templars eliminate stands at self-righteous sunshine and unsolicited javelins, stepping forward to declare, have you met Jesus? Christ, that hurt. As they bowl themselves out of existential dread, Dragonites inhale magma like it's an essential oil and exhale a wall of fire that reads in cursive. No shirts, no shoes, no problem. Wardens consult a travel brochure for Tamriel's fauna. Press 3 buttons and suddenly there are sharks, birds, vines, shrooms, and a bear filing an HR complaint because someone keeps telling it to attack crack a door, necromancers arrive with a traveling entourage of bones and bureaucratic forms. Blast Bones is a punctual intern who nevertheless chooses the most scenic path to the target, stopping for lattes, street art, and perhaps a minor undeath night blades. Philosophers of the backstab appear only when you are thinking about rent, not when you are watching your flank. You will not see them, you will merely sense the presence of a thesis on the ephemeral nature of health bars, a cloaked inquiry. Arcanists open a book and a tentacle writes reasonable damage across your tax returns. Half of Hermaeus Mora's pages are just bug report. Player disappeared in a carpet geometry while reading. Now let's talk alliances, because these political entanglements are the true flavor text of your demise. The Aldmeri Dominion shows up with a curated color palette and a meticulously ironed battle standard. Debella herself weeps at the symmetry. The Ebonheart Pact brings equal parts lava lore, and we don't negotiate with doors. And the Daggerfall Covenant arrives with a lawyer, a ledger, a knight, and 5 cousins who swear they're not a Zerg. They're simply taking a family stroll through your keep. Each believes they are the chosen steward of Tamriel, which is adorable because the actual steward is the Daedric Prince Log, Aedra's lesser-known cousin, manifesting as rubber-banding Nords and abilities that fire 2 Thursdays from now. Aedra, help me, you whisper, pressing your burst combo. The server consults a divination bowl and says the signs are unclear. Perhaps you queued for a dungeon? Inside Imperial City, the sewers echo with the clink of Telvar stones, which are like casino chips, except every rat is a knife and a financial plan. You enter with 12,000 Telvar in the confidence of a Breton who bought a self-help book called Winning Fights with Positive Thinking. 3 corridors later, a Nightblade named Totally a Friendly Urchin coughs politely, removes your wallet, your Telvar, and a small part of your dignity, then deposits a good fight. Whisper in your mailbox, the gods watch and keep score. Ursini nods approvingly whenever someone kites a werewolf around a pillar for 8 lunar cycles. Clavicus Vio offers you a deal. I'll return your Telvar if you promise to never stand in a meat bag again. And you accept, then immediately belly flop into a meat bag like it's a spa day. Meridia beams at anyone who purges a filth to buff with the vigor of a spring cleaning montage, while Boethia claps for elaborate betrayals. Oh, sweetie, you told your Zerg to push inner and then quietly left to farm AP at a resource. That's art. Hermaeus Mora flips to the page labeled "You tried" and leaves a sticky note. Next time, bring friends or a snack, preferably friends who are snacks. Werewolves. Dueling culture deserves its own library wing with a stern librarian who says shh. Every time someone chains you back into the Death Blossom, it always starts in a city square. Vivex, Canton, Stormhaven, Salty Wharf, Elsewhere's tea-scented plaza. 2 dwellers bow, 4 spectators toss coin, and 17 unsolicited coaches materialize out of the ether like you should really be running a different monster set. The dance goes like this: buff, 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 emote, adjust camera so the sunset looks inspiring, pre-complain about desync, and then proceed to weave light attacks like you're knitting socks for a mammoth. 1 player will run around a shrub, so often the shrub files for a restraining order. Someone will attempt to animation cancel ideological differences. A Templar will hit Breath of Life and declare they are immortal now. A DK will fossilize your taxes. A Sork will streak into a wall and accidentally invent a new sport called brick surfing, and a Nightblade will vanish so completely philosophers will argue whether the duel has actually started. After 5 minutes of immaculate footwork and buff upkeep, both will die to a random guard who wandered over to ask for a parking permit. The guard will loot nothing. The guard is an idea.